It is valid to want an open relationship that's purely physical and not emotional, but please, please be careful when setting rules that say you can't catch feelings. I know I'm biased because I'm polyamorous and completely open to romantic feelings, but I see this cause problems for so many people. Regardless of your intent, when you're physically intimate with somebody, there's a pretty good chance you're gonna feel some emotional intimacy too. Telling yourself you won't because you're not allowed to won't stop it. Instead of setting a rigid rule for it, I think a much more useful approach is to talk about what happens if you do catch feelings. It's okay to say this is not what we're going for, but it's a possibility, so let's talk about where we go from there. I highly recommend not pulling the plug and immediately going back to monogamy because that's a recipe to upset everyone involved. I see so many people coming into non-monogamy with a super specific plan, and as soon as something goes the other way, it completely derails them. Talk about these hypotheticals ahead of time before diving in head first.
Yeah guys, we definitely agree with this comment up here. We should definitely normalize it because
love has no age, love has no gender, and love has no number.
And we just want to show you guys that it is possible to love more than one person.
Let's talk about polyamory for a second. Also, I'm so sorry. I have to take off all my jewelry. Oh my god, I look naked, I know. But for those who are hating on polyamorous people, it's not for you to understand. That's the thing. There's a difference between polyamory, open polyamory, closed polyamory, and just plain on cheating. Real polyamory, why couldn't I say that fast? Is when every single partner knows about each other. So here's an example of polyamory and cheating. This is what polyamory isn't. Hey babe, how are you? Oh, who are you talking to? Hey. Oh, sorry babe, I'm on the phone with my girlfriend. What do you mean your girlfriend? I told you babe, I'm polyamorous. But you said this was closed polyamory, we already have another partner. Oh my god, you're being so dramatic. You must not really be polyamorous. Now this is what polyamory is. Hey babe, I had a question.
Yeah, what's up?
So I know that we already have a partner and this is a close polyamory relationship, but there's recently someone that I'm attracted to, and I was just wondering if we could kind of talk about adding them to the love triangle.
Yeah, let me go make sure our other partner's okay with it. Okay, I'm back. They said they need to think about it.
Okay, that's all right. We can all talk about it later.
Well, while we're here, is it okay if I meet them? Can we like get them on the phone or anything?
Yeah, 100%. Let me call them right now. I'm sorry, I keep laughing about how deep I can make my voice.
But that's what polyamory is. Here's another example. So let's say you are in a relationship and both of these people are polyamory, but you are with this person first. If you are saying that you are attracted to somebody else, you need to make sure you talk to that original partner beforehand, or the partners that you have at the time. Even if it's open polyamory, you still have to be able to know that your other partners know this partner. And no, that doesn't mean that you guys need to all date. It's just a basic understanding of what this polyamory is going to look like and the role everyone has in the relationship. What should not be done is cheating. A lot of people may ask, how can you cheat in a polyamorous relationship? It's just like cheating in a monogamous relationship. Everyone should be okay and aware of everyone. And it should be talked about thoroughly. It should be a very based and organized conversation where everyone feels comfortable. So can you guys stop the slander on polyamorous people? People who are polyamorous just have more love to give. More partners, more love to share, more love to give. And it's not for everyone. That's why there's monogamous and polyamorous. So please stop the hate, okay? People just have more love to give. Keep loving and live on.
Explaining polyamory in 1 minute because I know that your aunt is going to ask you about it at Thanksgiving again. Okay, let's make it simple. Polyamory literally translates to many loves, not many hookups, not many secret side quests. It means many intentional relationships with, guess what? People who actually know about it and are consenting to it. Polyamory is emotional honesty and radical self-responsibility. Jealousy, yeah, it happens in polyamory. And pretending like it doesn't exist isn't a thing. It's there. It's real. But in polyamory, you work through jealousy like the grown-ass human that you are. Does it have rules? Of course it has rules. Every relationship has rules of some sort. The difference is you don't copy and paste from what you used in monogamy. You make your own blueprint. You make your own rules. Drama? Of course there's drama. There's drama with every relationship at some point. It's how you work through the drama. Polyamory isn't better than monogamy. Polyamory is for people who believe that love doesn't fit into some box. Follow me if you want more relationship advice, specifically for those who are curious about polyamory.
I'm now in a poly relationship. Hear me out, hear me out. I have this friend. We've been friends for quite a while now. She's like the twin of me, just from a different daddy and a different mommy, okay? You know what I mean? Anywho, she's got this man. This fine, tall, dark chocolate man. Now, I didn't bring none of this to her attention for a while because I was low-key scared of her. She's scary. But that man is scrumdiddlyumptious. So I finally brought it to her attention, right? Because I was sick of going over there and seeing him and not being able to have him. So I brought it to her attention. Lo and behold, they had their own little conversation because he finds a bitch fine too. And because we didn't want to break up no happy home and leave children without a father, anything like that, we thought that it would be best that we all just be together. Plus my little friendy friend, she a little fine too. And I got a thing for short girls. So now, my best friend and her man get to stay together. But now, all three of us get to be happy together. Our kids get to grow up together. I have help. She has help. And he got two bitches. Tell me that's not an ideal situation. Okay. That's all I had to let y'all know. Goodbye.
I used to be polyamorous, bisexual, and single. I had literally every single option in the entire world, and I still messed it up. I still was single. Do you know how embarrassing it is to, like, be on a first date with someone? And this happened to me multiple times where I was like, hey, just so you know, I'm, like, polyamorous. And they're like, oh my god, me too. This is my partner, and this is my partner, and they'd show me pictures of them. And they'd be like, oh my god, what are your partner's names? And I'd be like, I'm working towards it, you know. I've been sending out a lot of, like, job applications. I've gotten some bites back on Hinge and on my TikTok comments from old men who are willing to leave their wives for me. But other than that, I haven't been having many, you know, maybe you could put in a good word for me with your other partners and we could get something going. But as for right now, you know, I'm still taking applications.
It is perfectly valid to be polyamorous just because you like sex. And as long as your dynamic is safe, sane, and consensual, I say go for it. Figure out what you like. And as always, have fun. Bye.